Oh, it's my cheeseburger. It's my cheeseburger, my emotional support cheeseburger. I'm anonymously supporting a cheeseburger, my cheeseburger supporting me. Woo! Happy Saturday night, everybody. Welcome to another random late night live stream with your host, Anonymous, Guy Fawkes, just whoever. I don't know. I have these masks laying around, and for whatever reason, I find it entertaining to start a live stream with one of these masks on. It just makes me happy. It makes me happy. I don't know if it makes you happy, but it makes me happy. I like being goofy and weird. I don't let that out as much as I probably should. But happy Saturday night. And technically, where I'm at, it's Sunday now because it's just after midnight. And yeah, how about that? How about that? Because why not, right? Anyway, I'm gonna take this off. I'm getting so much hot air just blowing right up into my eyeballs and right out these little. Oh, good grief! How's everybody doing tonight? I am doing fantastic. I had to take a break from editing videos and other stuff. I've been going at it just all day today. I tell you what, it's been a really, really long day, actually. Not griping. Had a fantastic live stream earlier today. The normal daily stream went really well. I thought, you know what? I had a lot of fun last night. I got on, I think, like 1 o'clock in the morning Central Time. And just had a great conversation with people. It turned out to be a lot of fun. So I thought, I'm going to take a break and just kind of jump online again, maybe an hour earlier and see what happens. And just kind of enjoy myself in the conversation. We had a lot of fun last night. So anyway, how are you guys doing? How are you guys getting through the weekend while still on lockdown? Have you had a chance to do anything fun or productive anyway? And having any fun at all, doing anything unique, creative, different? And Johnson family, I know I'm doing it again. I just can't get away from these live streams. They're so much fun, and I'm sitting at my desk anyway. I edit on the same laptop I'm going live from right now, so it's easy just to switch to YouTube and turn one on. I scheduled out for 5 minutes. I like to give at least a little bit of notice anyway. Yeah, I didn't at all last night. I just turned it on. I think I gave like a 10-minute timer. I'm like, I'll just go right on at midnight. Why not, right? So my brain's tired. Been a long day. Not griping at all. So I was going to cook dinner tonight, and I wound up not, which was fine. I totally had a bunch of hot wings pulled out and thawed out, ready to throw in the air fryer. And while I was letting those things thaw out, I was like, I think I'm going to go build my wife a lettuce box because I have the lumber. I got a delivery from Lowe's a few weeks ago. It's just been sitting in my garage. I'm like, it's sunny outside. I haven't been outside at all today. I'm going to go build this thing. And I had it in my mind, I could do this in an hour. I'll be fine. I'll still have plenty of time to cook dinner. Well, I got it built, which is great, but I didn't finish it until 8:30. And by then it was barely light enough to see the last couple of screws to put in this thing. I'm like, it's too late to cook dinner. It's too late for that now. So I didn't cook anything. So a wife and I were talking about, hey, what should we have for dinner? And wife was like, Burger King delivers now. I'm like, really? I guess I missed that memo. So I download the Burger King app and I create an account and I go to order dinner. I go through the whole process, like everything, right? Picked out stuff for me, wifey, and the kiddo. And turns out it's like, oh, delivery not available. I'm like, what? So I looked at picked a Burger King for me based on my location, found the closest one. And I thought, well, maybe this burger, and it showed that Burger King closed at like 8 o'clock tonight. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I'll find another Burger King. So I do that. It says delivery service available. It's like, great. So I put in the whole order again. And it turns out that they also don't do delivery at that Burger King. By now, I'm 20 minutes invested in this. It's very agitated. So I'm like, well, let's just drive to Burger King. It's 4 miles away, whatever. At this point, I'm just fully invested in Burger King. It's not even my favorite place to get a burger. There's way better burgers in Tulsa. I took Dawn to Fat Guy's Burgers the other night. They have if you live in Oklahoma and you've never been to Fat Guy's, you're missing out. If you've not been to Oklahoma, you should make a trip just to go to Fat Guy's. And this isn't a paid endorsement. It's just like my number one favorite place to just get a dirty, nasty burger in Oklahoma that's equally awesome. They have this double bacon cheeseburger there with peanut butter sauce, pineapple, and Thai spices. When those three powers combine, you just have one ridiculous cheeseburger. So I took Dawn there the other. I'd say I took Dawn. I put in an online order. I paid for everything up front. They do the little delivery thing out to the car. Very, very safe for what it is, from what I understand. And that was just fantastic. So, but anyway, I went with Burger King tonight. I drove by Fat Guys to go to this Burger King. And honestly, I don't think so, Family Johnson, or Johnson family. I don't think they'll go all the way out to Jay, Oklahoma. I love you, bud. I mean, that's a hike from the Tulsa Metro. By the time you got there anyway, it'd be cold and nasty, and you'd be chewing on it for 10 minutes to get through the first bite. But anyway, that's kind of what prompted. I was going to talk about that, and I got my emotional support cheeseburger here. It doesn't have a name other than emotional support cheeseburger. It's my ESC, my escape button, I guess. I totally just thought about that. My escape button is just like, my escape, my emotional support cheeseburger. Makes me happy. I've got problems. But hey, I'm having fun. And no, I haven't been drinking yet. I haven't. I'm completely sober. I really don't drink that much. I plan on having a drink here in a minute, but because yeah, it's midnight. I'm up anyway. Why not? Talking to you awesome people. Not that I need a drink to talk to you guys, because that's absolutely not the case. But it's like, yeah, you know what? It's Saturday night. Why not? Everyone else here's in bed. It's just me and you guys. So yeah, actually, I haven't talked about it. So anyway, this cheeseburger. I drove to Burger King. I drive there. I put my order in on my cell phone, which is great. I love paying in advance because I don't want to give anybody my debit card right now. I don't want to. I almost never carry cash anyway. But I don't want to exchange money with anybody in a window right now because COVID. Good grief, we're changing the way we do everything because of this stupid virus. But I get my cheeseburger. We all had dinner. We watched Live PD tonight. After I built this gargantuan lettuce box. I'll take some pictures of it, put it up on the grams for everybody. But it's 8 feet long, 4 feet wide. It's 1 foot deep. The thing probably weighs as much as I do. I put 2 whole boxes of screws in it. And I might not be the most professional builder. It might not look the best, but it's going to take an EF5 tornado to destroy this lettuce box. So I got a lettuce box built, which is great. And whoa, Logan Mayberry. How's it going, man? So random shout out. There's other people in here that have said hi. I need to say hi. But if you haven't heard of Logan Mayberry, this dude, he is on a Guinness World Record trip right now with his girlfriend, Nicole. Both of them are super great people. I've had the chance to meet him a couple of times. But they're riding bicycles on a 20,000-mile trip across the continental United States. So if you haven't heard about this, Google it, look it up. Dude left, has it been like 6 weeks now, Logan? I've been keeping up with you guys on Facebook. They started at a gathering place here in Tulsa. They've already ridden their bicycles out to Los Angeles. That's a feat in itself. But definitely look at their adventure, man. And he says 63 days today. Wow. That's incredible, man. So keep it up, dude. Keep plugging away. Fantastic journey you guys are on. I'm glad you guys are staying safe and doing well with what you're doing, man. So, and thanks for tuning in, dude. I'm glad to see you here tonight. So, but yeah, guys, definitely check him out. And I forgot what I was talking about. I was excited to see Logan Mayberry hanging out with us. And hello, while I'm doing it, so Johnson family, hello. Stephanie Carper's here. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Hello again, Teresa and Kathy. I appreciate y'all tuning in and being here. And of course, drop the comments, guys. I love the conversation. It's just me talking to a microphone. Without you guys' comments, I mean, that really helps drive the conversation and keep things going. But anyway, we built the lettuce box tonight. We went and got some Burger King. It's Burger King. And, it is nothing special. It's yummy. It's food. I can get the kiddo a cheeseburger for like $1.89. Has bacon on it. It makes her day. But they have they have jalapeno poppers now, which I thought was a surprise. Like 8 of them for $2. Burger King has a special way right now of giving you a whole bunch of stuff for $1. I think it's like 95% not food, but it's in the shape of food. You can eat it and hopefully mostly digest it. But 8 jalapeno poppers. I'm going to say jalapeno poppers. I don't know if there was any jalapeno or actual cheese in this stuff, but it had a breading type material on it. So Kathy says, can't stay tonight. Just wanted to pop in and say hi. Well, that's great. I appreciate that. Thanks for tuning in, Kathy. Have a great night. I'm sure I will see you again very soon, my friend. So stay safe, sleep well, all that good stuff. But we had our Burger King, and wifey and I, all three of us actually, wifey and I, we love to watch live PD. Dawn is a huge fan of Sean Larkin. We all know him as Sticks. So a huge fan of Sticks. And oh yeah, hey, where's Hey? That's right, hey everybody, hey, woo, hey says hey, yeah, random chicken, woo, silly bird. But yeah, we ate some dinner, watched live PD. It goes off at 10 o'clock, so wifey and kiddo went to bed after that, and yeah, so I pulled out the guitar for a little bit, just started strumming away, and I was like, man, I got to work on this video. And so I started on it and just kind of fumbled around through Premiere. And they're like, no, I need to know. Like, my brain is tired. It's been a really long day. And I just want to see you guys. It's like, y'all are a lot of fun to hang out with and talk to, so I certainly love it. I look forward to it. And yeah, so I even still got some Sprite. I don't drink caffeinated drinks anymore. Been, I think, 2 months now without caffeine, maybe give or take. So I got some Sprite. Nobody needs Sprite anyway. It's all just carbonated sugar water, but it's yummy. And so's Early Times. If you guys have ever had that, it's a yummy little drink. I like to add some to Sprite just because why not? It's Saturday. I'm enjoying life. So good times, y'all. So Johnson family says we had Pizza Hut. Outstanding. So man, years and years ago when I lived in Pryor, I basically lived at Pizza Hut. I spent so much time, and I didn't even work there. Just it's like not much else to do in Pryor. I spent a lot of time at Pizza Hut. Yeah. But I think I flirted mostly with the waitresses back then. I was like 18, 19 years old, mostly clueless about life. And the manager at the time was a sweetheart. So, yeah. So her name was Maria. I actually ran into her about a year ago in Tulsa at a reptile show. Super sweet lady. I was glad to see her and her family. Just super good people. But I think my ADD, if I have that, is totally kicking in. I have like zero attention span tonight. I forgot even what I was talking about. It's like I made a drink, talked about live PD. Anyway, we love live PD. I'm going to circle back to that. Dawn loves Sticks. She loves Sticks to death. And I posted a few weeks ago on Instagram. I don't know if you guys saw it or not, but Dawn and I made dinner one night. We had fish sticks and carrot sticks. And I put it on the grams and I tagged Sean Larkin in it. I said, hey, man, we're about to watch live PD. And I made a dinner that my kiddo could help me out with. We had fish sticks and carrot sticks. And we're about to watch live PD. So having this dinner made me think about you, man. So he commented. He commented back. He's like, dude, that's awesome. Tell your daughter I said hi. So I'm like, Dawn, come look at this. And I showed her the comment on my phone. I'm like, Dawn, Sticks said hi. And she just straight flipped out. She's like, oh my God, Sticks said hi to me, Daddy. Sticks likes me more than you. You know how kids are. And it's probably true. A lot of people probably like Dawn more than me. She's a cutie. Why wouldn't she be likable? So anyway, the live PD comes on. And of course, Sticks is there. She's like, Daddy, look, Sticks. Sticks said hi to me. Sticks didn't say hi to you, Daddy. But she got super excited about that. So anyway, live PD is a thing for us here. If I do watch something outside of Netflix or Disney Plus, I watch A&E. I love the police shows. Love First 48. And, of course, live PD and the spinoffs of that show. So, yeah. Anyway, totally random, guys. Sorry about that. Just kind of buzzing everywhere. That's normal life for me. So I tell you what, I get super focused on things, though. If I ever do get my mind locked in on something, like the littlest distraction, and it's like a horse running at full speed, and they have a bridle in their mouth in the reins, and somebody just jerks on the reins. and snaps their head one direction or another. It is hard for me to shift focus from one thing to another. It's almost painful for me. So I when I'm at work, when I'm working like day job, it's like I need quiet. I need to be able to read and focus and handle business. And if I get a distraction at all, it's like I'm worthless for a while. And then if I'm not like them, the polar opposite, I'm just like 115 miles an hour in 10 different directions. And I get easily distracted with that too. So I don't know. Anyway, I'm just rambling on, guys. So we got some comments here. We had Pizza Hut tonight. Kudos to Ray for giving up the caffeine. That'd be so hard for me. Cheers. Like it sucked. Like I love coffee. I love to drink iced tea all day. And of course, I still get decaf coffee from Dunkin' Donuts. I talk about that on here a lot. And I brew decaf tea at the house. I ran out of decaf tea bags. I get some from I forget, Numi, I think is the company. Order the bags on Amazon. Stuff's fantastic. But anyway, yeah. So maybe I'm excuse me, more bouncing off the walls without the caffeine. Hell, I have no idea. But anyway, just random insight into Ray Ray's life. So there aren't many choices in J, and I would have to agree there's not. It's been a few years since I've been out that direction, and I don't remember. I remember seeing like a Dollar General and a Sonic. I think you'll have a Sonic out there, right? I think maybe even a Walmart now. But I don't recall there being too much out there otherwise. Even if you go up to Langley or Disney, I mean, there's not a whole lot of options there either. And hey, Ricardo, how you doing, buddy? Hey, Ricardo. Woo! Welcome to the live stream. Thanks for tuning in. A little hey action here. So hey, can you say hi to Ricardo? So hey says hi, Ricardo. He is super glad you're here. And I don't know why I do that with the chicken. I find it entertaining. So Stephanie's like, yep, that's exactly what ADD is like. I got it too, man. So maybe I'm not going to self-diagnose myself. I'm not a doctor. I'm just assuming that I may have a touch of that or a whole lot of that. I don't know. But so anyway, what has you guys up so late? Are y'all just night owls like me? Is there something keeping you guys awake tonight? Is it loud where you're at? Is the kids just don't know how to go to bed? What has you guys in the Ray family staying up so late? And hey, Alex, thanks for tuning in, man. So I got your email, Alex. I replied to that. I don't know if you saw it yet. But anyway, guys, Alex sent me an email with a website to a cheese place in Wisconsin. And I believe I'm going to be putting an online order in soon because I like cheese. I like cheese a lot. So hello, Wanda. How are you doing? See you in here. Thank you for commenting. And so, hey, Wanda. Woo! Hey. Hope you're having a great night wherever you're tuning in from. So glad to know I'm not the only night owl. I know Stephanie Carper's a night owl. She tuned in last night. Alex is a night owl, apparently. He and Teresa and the Johnson family, they all came on with us late last night with the random live stream. So I tell you what, man, I have a lot of fun with these. And I've talked about it more than once. I am very much an extrovert. I need social interaction. And this helps me so much. Just a huge deal for me. And Wanda says, I'm good. How are you? I am well, Miss Wanda. Thank you so much for asking. And our friend Wanda is tuning in from Toronto. So what's the weather like in Canada right now? It's been a little bit since I've had a member of the Ray family from Canada pop on. Is it warmed up there for y'all yet, or is it still just brutal cold? I'm kind of curious just how the wind's blowing for you guys. So, but yeah, I'm going to circle back to Alex. Thanks again for sending me that email, my dude. I found that I could get 15-year aged cheddar through that website. It's not a huge block for $20, but anytime you get cheddar aged for 15 years, if you've never had it, man, you need to try it. I recommend it to anybody. So stuff is just is fantastic. So let's see. Wanda says it's cold, but not cold enough to snow. So that's spring. All right. So that's good time. So Toronto is definitely a city I would love to visit. I've never been there. I don't know a lot about it. I just see pictures of all the buildings. I'm like, I need to go visit Toronto. Just something cool to do. So one of these days I'll get back north of the border. I've only been to Canada once anyway. Went in Niagara Falls. Now that was pretty cool. But I need to go explore some more of Canada. So Teresa says, I'm an introvert and this is the best way for me to hang out with groups of people. I totally get that. You can hang out and just sit back and hear Ray from Oklahoma talk about just whatever. And all the comments. That's a great place to do that from the safety of your own home. You can, curl up with a blanket, I guess, just kind of hang out. And you don't actually have to be in the same room with somebody. So that works out really well. So, and Alex says, what I was trying to say was ADD, all the channels, all the time. Yeah, man. So like my brain is constantly just zooming. I'm sure, I don't know if it translates to the videos and how things roll out, but I know I circle back to stuff a lot. I'm like, I need to circle back to that. Circle back. I say that at work a lot. Like, hey guys, we need to circle back to this. And yeah. So Steph says, love the live streams between you, Corey, Carissa, and then my own live streams I do on Saturday nights. It all really is helping me a lot. Gives me something to look forward to. I'm with you. Yeah, I got to have something to look forward to. That keeps me motivated, keeps me moving, through my task sequence as I get things accomplished. Having a goal other than the tangible result for the project I'm working on certainly helps. And I think it helps to have a goal outside of that, or a milestone, just something to look for, just to help you get there, to keep that mental edge, to keep some level of focus. But that's what I do anyway. I mean, it's not like I don't have a lot of things to distract me. I have an emotional support cheeseburger at my desk. I have a hey, and I have a no drama llama. I love my llama. Such a cute look. Look at this guy. How can you not like the no drama llama? So yeah, I gotta love this guy. It keeps me sane. It just I like to have little stuffed animals. I think they're cute and whatnot. And so Wanda's asking, how's your family? Your wife is in essential services, right? And actually on my normal daily live stream, Wanda, I had Wifey talk a lot about that today. And so Wifey's she's in the mental health care field, and she manages a house with 5. They call them clients. Some folks with some mental challenge, mentally handicapped, or some challenges and whatnot. And she also has a staff that she manages to help take care of these 5 individuals. So yeah, she's absolutely considered essential. And she takes them she schedules their doctor appointments, takes them back and forth to the doctor. She works with the state to make sure they have, funding for their home and their necessities and everything else. So her job is very multifaceted, but it's all about keeping these 5 guys alive and well, because they don't have the capacity to do it for themselves. But Wifey's doing well. I mean, she's just been working a lot of hours lately. We plugged in her hours earlier today. I think she had like 64 hours this week, from Monday through today. She had a staff meeting today she had to go to. She was there for like 3 hours or whatever. But yeah, that's a lot for a 6-day period. So she's getting a lot of extra hours because of the COVID stuff. It's added some dynamics to her job, some extra layers of difficulty and additional challenges. And Don's doing well. In Oklahoma, all schools are closed. So I tell everybody I've become a substitute homeschool teacher. So I've been, I've got a lesson plan from Broken Arrow Public Schools. And I engage with their teacher a couple of times a week just to make sure that we're staying on track. But she's doing well. I mean, it's tough on the kiddo. I mean, she wants to go outside and play with her friends and do other stuff. And for a 6-year-old, it's hard to help them understand the levity of the situation. I mean, she's well aware of COVID-19 and the coronavirus, and it's bad. And she knows to stay 6 feet away from everybody. She has her own little mask that she wears. So she's very aware of the coronavirus. I don't think she quite understands, everything about it, but she understands social distancing. She understands because of Corona, she can't play with her friends. And at least for what she can't understand, she gets the idea. And she knows that she's a superhero for staying at home. That's what I tell her, is like, people are dying from this. You are saving the planet by staying at home and staying away from your friends right now. And so she's happy with the fact that she's a superhero. She said because mommy has to go to work a lot, And I tell her, like, mommy's even a bigger superhero because she has to go help people that can't help themselves. And that just helps her little brain cope with, not seeing mommy as much through all of this. So, I mean, I talk about, I'm a teleworker. I work from home anyway. So I'm always at the house. So Don is here with me all the time. So yeah, I mean, like I said, we're all well. Everything's good. And I just want to give you some backstory there. Want to add some context to what's going on. So, and Wanda also said, one of my best friends is in the same service. So kudos to your friend. I mean, that's a job. I don't have the patience or the ability to do what wifey does. So anybody that works in that field, it's like, man, God love you, because it takes a special kind of person to effectively manage and maintain folks that have those type of challenges. So hats off to anybody who can do that. I would love to think that I could, and I don't have it in me. That is not how that's not how my brain is wired. So again, lots of love and kudos to folks who can go out and do that. So Teresa says, my neighbor had to spend part of her stimulus check to buy a laptop so her son could do online school. Wow, that just doesn't sound right. I mean, I understand things like that happen. I know here in Oklahoma that was a big deal. Some of the older, I say older kids, but like junior high, I guess, like 6th or 7th grade up through high school, if they didn't have a laptop at home to some degree, the schools were finding a way to donate a Chromebook to the students that didn't have it. They had to sign up for some program. But that just sucks that they had to spend stimulus money to buy a laptop. So Steph says, did you say earlier in the stream that you were working on a new video? Yes. So I've not, because of all the live streams here, I've not really worked on any edited videos for this channel. I posted one 2 Saturdays ago. I did a video called Quarantine Kitty, about karma and just, the stuff that we hear about, trying to bring light to the COVID stuff, washing your hands for 30 seconds and social distancing and not licking stuff, because our dogs like to lick everything. I mean, they're dogs, that's what they do. But I've been working on a lot of videos for my new channel. I know a lot of you guys, probably everybody here, has heard about the new channel, Everyone Eats. If you haven't heard of that, I'll drop a comment with the link to one of the videos on the new channel. Check it out if you would. Subscribe to the channel if you like the content. Give it some thumbs up and some shares. But now I've got 3 videos that I need to edit and post right now. And yeah, so it's been a lot of work to do that. So the channel has been live for 8 days, and I think it has 7 videos posted already. So lots and lots of work around getting the new channel going. So hopefully once that levels off, and we're definitely, ramping up right now. Once we get settled, we get a few videos done, I can start, releasing those on a weekly basis, and just getting to a point where I can do that, and then I can reallocate or rebudget some time more to this channel beyond just the live streams. Pardon me. And so no, I'm not sick. I vape. I don't ever put it in my edited videos, but here's I have a mod at my desk. I know I'm one of those guys. I used to chain smoke. I was a 2-pack a day cigarette guy for a number of years. And I quit that. And then I started smoking again because of work, just stress. Man, I don't want to do that. So I picked up vaping probably 2 years ago. And so I know it's a bad habit, but I do it. So it's a lot better than cigarettes. Let's see here. Teresa says, I'm on Social Security, and Alex, don't think I will get it either. Oh, mercy. That's not good. And Alex says, I didn't get any stimulus. Oh, man. So let's see. Alex, I don't get a stimulus check. Made too much for the check most people get, and not enough for the stimulus for rich folks. No, that's no good. So, I mean, we got ours. I didn't know. I forget what the qualifying standard is, but we got our stimulus stuff. It was deposited, direct deposit. I was surprised to get it. I filed my taxes like 2 weeks ago. I was expecting to get my refund at the end of April. That's what was projected it to return. And I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. I filed later than I normally do. But it all came in this week, and the stimulus was attached to that. Like I was expecting a paper check in the mail, but whatever. I got some stuff, so that's just like, okay, whatever. So it's there. Hopefully I don't need it for that, but it's there for just in case. So we're going to reserve that for an emergency for now. That's kind of our game plan. So we'll see how it goes. So, and if you guys have never mixed bourbon and Sprite, it's actually really delicious. So, I saw a comment on here. Teresa, was it Teresa that said she doesn't smoke? Teresa says, I don't vape. I'm a weed smoker. So I'm curious, Teresa, and it doesn't matter to me. Like weed is weed. It doesn't, like I say, I'm indifferent on the subject. But in your state, is recreational legal or is it all medicinal? In Oklahoma, recreational marijuana is still illegal. But if you have a medical marijuana card, you can get a prescription for marijuana. When that bill passed, I tell you what, more weed shops popped up. Then they were just out of nowhere. It seemed like there were people just chomping the bit, ready to start a business for this. We have more weed stores in Oklahoma now. It's crazy, but it's a huge market here. Lots of people need their medicinal marijuana. So I see Alex answering Wanda's question: is the stimulus done by the state or is it federal? The stimulus, as it is right now, is a federal mandate. It's run by the Department of Treasury. So, the story of Ray or Rye. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm sure it's either Ray or Rye. Also a friend from Canada. It's legal here, recreational and medicinal. So Teresa being in California, that makes sense. Both medicinal and recreational are legal there. Okay. So in Teresa, I didn't realize you're from California. If you don't mind me asking, what part of California are you from? I don't think I've asked you that before. I am also originally from California. I'm an Oklahoma transplant. I'm from the San Joaquin Valley. I was born in Tulare, California, just about an hour south of Fresno, if any of you guys are familiar with that. And thank you, Story of Ray. It sounds like Ray. That makes it super easy for me. I like that. I do like that. And so, yeah, that's something I haven't talked about a whole lot on the channel. But no, I'm a California transplant to Oklahoma. My parents moved here when I was a freshman in high school, and mostly been here ever since. So I spent most of my adult life traveling for work in one facet or another. I lived in Arkansas for a year. So let's see here. I live in Northern California, 87 miles from Reno. Okay. So I have a pretty good idea of where you're at. So I love the area up there, up by Lake Tahoe. Just beautiful part of the country. If you like the Yosemite Mountains, just completely gorgeous, mind-blowing experience. Of course, Tahoe is beautiful. I mean, anything across Interstate 80 there is just fantastic. So I'm a huge fan of visiting. Like, I've never climbed Mount Shasta, but I've got to think I just love to look at Mount Shasta. I don't think I've ever seen it not capped in snow. Just fantastic place to go by and look at. So that's kind of cool. And Alex says, my roommate grew up in Porterville. Wow, that is right up the road from Tulare. When I was a kid, our pet veterinarian, his practice was in Porterville. So going to Porterville was a common place for me as a kid. And I tell you what, one thing I loved about being from the San Joaquin Valley is how much fresh produce is there. There's so many crops and so many things grown there. And there were these little fruit stands, and we'd stop and get like fresh strawberries or dried apricots, and just always the best, freshest just stuff. In Oklahoma, we get fresh cows and fresh oil, not so much fresh produce. But hey, if you need to lubricate your car engine or have a steak, we got you covered. Everything else we got to get shipped in here. So let's see here, Lottie. No, but thanks for tuning in, Lottie. I appreciate you being here. So Yosemite is gorgeous. Haven't been in years. And same, it's probably been, gosh, I haven't been since before I was married. And so it's almost 11, at least 10 years since I've been there. So goodness, man. So Teresa says, yeah, Lake Tahoe is great. Live closer to Shasta and Mount Lassen. Okay. Right on. I have a pretty good idea. And again, I'm not going to call out where you're from. I appreciate everyone's privacy. So I don't want to put you on the spot. But yeah, no, that's good stuff. And Johnson family, we've talked about this, and I've had the opportunity to meet the folks from Johnson Family Vids and Vlogs. So again, a great group of people also from Oklahoma. If you want to see some good down-home family vlogging, go check out their channel. They've got a ton of videos up. Give them some love as well. So yeah, man. But no, I love Yosemite. Great place to visit. And of course, Reno was a lot of fun. The biggest little city in the world. So plenty of stuff to look at and see there. So yeah, good time. That makes me want to go back to Nevada now. And Johnson, they're also from California, from Bowie Park. And Alex also said, the produce saved my roommate's life when he was homeless as a kid. I can totally see that. So glad he was able to find a way to survive and find some sustenance, get some food there. It certainly helps to have that, especially if you're in that type of situation. So certainly glad that was available to him. So also, I'm going to take a huge random left turn here. So I put this out there the other night. I've got one person lined up to do this already. But, on the regular live stream, I do at 4 p.m. Every day. I have guests on the show, and most everybody so far is somebody I know personally, whether they're a YouTuber or they're a professional outside of YouTube. Like my buddy that was on, he was actually the first guest I had, Brian Skillen. We all call him Lucky. He's got a book about to be released. The Kickstarter launched. And if you guys saw that live stream, his Kickstarter has been up active for 10 days, and he's already 75% funded. So this dude, his book is going to go. Like, his book is going to go. It's fantastic. So excited for that. But anyway, I've opened it up to the subscriber base. I have the RayRay family. And and again, I've got one person lined up for a show next week, and I want to have several guests on for a show. But I'm offering you guys the opportunity to be a guest on my live stream. And there's no strings, nothing crazy. Just want to bring a handful of people on and give you guys the opportunity to be a co-host with me for a day. So I do typically an hour-long live stream. I figure if we get 3 or 4 people, we break that up into 10 or 15-minute segments, just cycle everybody through, and maybe put everybody on all at once and just have like a big roundtable type discussion with everybody else. I think that'd be a lot of fun. And so I'm asking everybody to send me an email to BiggestRayRay@gmail.com and let me know if you're interested. I think that could be a lot of fun. Because why not, right? And I see our friend Lottie here is from SoCal, one of the Los Angeles suburbs. That's good times. So I love to visit Los Angeles. It's not a place I want to live personally. It's too big and too busy. I've become spoiled to the Tulsa metro. But I love to visit LA. There's so much cool stuff to see out there. I'm a huge fan of, Venice Beach and going out to the Santa Monica Pier. And I love to check out Hollywood, do the whole touristy thing there. I'm a huge fan of heading, down south towards San Diego. I love Escondido. And there's another E-town down there. I forget the name of it. Escondido, Encinitas. That's the name of the town I'm thinking of. And who doesn't love, just swinging through La Jolla for a little bit and just checking out some of the high-end stuff around San Diego. Of course, going to the beer. I tried to say the beach and the pier at the same time, and it came out beer. But also, if you're down there, if you're a beer drinker, you got to visit. Oh my God, the Stone Brewery. Huge fan of going to that spot. So lots of great stuff to go see and do around Los Angeles. So now I want to go to LA. And I talked about cheeseburgers earlier, but man, there's a spot down there called Slater's 50/50. So I don't know if you've ever been there, Lottie, but Slater's 50/50, they got this cheeseburger, and the patty is made out of 50% ground bacon and 50% ground beef. And they just put it all together, and they just build these huge gourmet style burgers on that. And it's just like, and I'd fly out there just for that. So, of course, being from Cali, I'm a huge fan of In-N-Out. So anybody from Cali, I'm sure you all like In-N-Out is a staple to some degree in your diet. We have those in Dallas now. So wifey Dawn and I have driven 4 hours to Dallas just for In-N-Out burgers, turned around and drove back to Tulsa. Of course, you stop and get fuel, stuff like that on an 8-hour road trip like that. But for us, it's a good Sunday outing. Gets us out of the house. We get some family time in the car. Dawn, she straight loves road trips. So it's good for her. And I've made wifey and Dawn fans of In-N-Out. They know about the secret menu. They get their stuff animal style. I get a 4x4, burger instead of just the double that shows up on the menu. They have these sweet peppers too, man, like little pepperoncinis, whatever. Also available if you ask for them. They don't show up on the menu. So, hey, Weenie Boys, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being here. And also, hey to Lottie. I didn't say hey to you earlier. But hey, Weenie Boys, thanks for being here. So, Random Chicken. Again, I don't know why I do that, but it's fun for me. I love Hey. He's a great little bird. So, Lottie says, I've never been there. I'll look into it. So, I know they started in Los Angeles. They have one in Pasadena. I don't know where you're at in the metro. But it may be closer to you than going down to San Diego, but totally worth it. So let's see. Teresa says, I have to drive to Reno for anything other than McDonald's, Burger King, or Jack in the Box. Small town. Well, at least you got Jack in the Box. You can get 2 tacos for $1. If you like Jack in the Box tacos, they're nothing special, but if you just want 2 of something for $1, it's not bad, right? Got to drink some water. I get thirsty doing all the talking. I tell you what, I'm not complaining at all. I'm happy to do it. And I tell you what, I love the conversation, guys. Thank you so much for all the comments, keeping the conversation going. I know it's not the best to see a dude just kind of looking off to the side there, but I've got to be able to read y'all's comments. And YouTube doesn't give us a way to see those otherwise. I have to look off to the side to see the comments here. But I certainly do appreciate that. I do. So y'all keep me going. I tell you what, man, we've already been going at this for 42 minutes. Where does the time go? It flies when you're having fun, right? It does. So anyway, I'm going to circle back. There you go, saying circle back again. But no, if you guys want to be a guest on the show at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, shoot me an email at BiggestRayRay. So yeah. So I'd love to see where that goes. And I've got 2 questions here. See, Infinity Lux. Hey, Ray, can you give your opinion on how do you feel about reopening? I think it's too soon and a bad idea. Yeah. Honestly, Infinity Lux, I believe for the most part, I'm on board with you. Again, I am not an expert by any means, so my opinion is simply my opinion from what I understand. I tell people, yes, I'm a PMP certified project manager. I'm really good at what I do. That does not translate into understanding COVID and how that works. However, from what I have read and understand and see broadcast in the news media, overall, my personal opinion is it's most likely a bad idea for most places in the U.S. to start reopening. Like New York has a very unique situation compared to us in Oklahoma. And the response in Oklahoma, what we do here is not going to work in New York. And what's going on in New York would be way overkill for us in Oklahoma. Does that mean Oklahoma needs to open up right now? I don't think it does. But what goes on here is very different than what I've seen coming out of places like Utah. So again, I think it needs to be handled very differently across the states. I don't know that a blanket federal mandate is the best answer. I think the states need to step up and be responsible. And I live in one of those states where I believe our state government needs to be a little bit more responsible. We're amongst a small handful of states that don't have a state driven lockdown. And as a result, we see our COVID cases going up at a higher percentage than other states. So I don't think Oklahoma is ready to reopen. I think if anything, we need to be locked down more. I don't want to be locked down more. I'm sick to damn death of staying at home. But I'm willing to put in the time if that's what it takes to genuinely flatten the curve. So I'm giving a really long answer to this. I don't think it's as simple as a federal mandate to lock everybody down. Because again, what happens in New York is not the same as LA or Florida or Maine. You know what I mean? There's too many variables and differences in pockets of populations. So I think the states need to step up and handle their business more and take direction, from the WHO and the CDC and other experts in that field and make the best decisions off of that. But just a blanket reopen, I don't think is a good idea. Again, personal opinion, I am not an expert. I am not. So anything I say is mostly worthless, but I'll be honest, that's my opinion. Let's see here. Winnie Boys, did you get a nap today? Yes, sir, I did. So I was up super late last night. I wound up going to bed about 3:30. I got up at 7 this morning to take wifey to the Dunkin' Donuts drive-through so we could have breakfast together. And so then she had I said she had a staff meeting earlier. She did that. And when she was gone, I wound up passing out on the couch for about 2 hours. So Dawn, bless her heart, she sat there and watched her cartoons for a while. And she let me sleep on the couch, which was fantastic. And I've been running off that ever since. So good to go there. So good looking out, Winnie Boys. I appreciate you, man. So Johnson family says, love La Jolla in San Diego. My niece is out there in the Marines. Oh, well, thank you so much. Tell them thank you for their service. I appreciate all of our military personnel and what they do to keep us safe here on the home front. Winnie Boy, did you get a nap today? I'm surprised Karma isn't there bothering you. I know, right? So wifey's at home in bed, and when wifey is at home and in the bed, so is Karma. So whenever wifey goes to bed, I am relieved of my kitty cat duties. And as we speak, of course, Karma's snuggled up under the blankets with wifey. And I'm okay with that. So you guys saw in the live stream yesterday, Karma would not stop messing with my softbox light that's up here. She kept walking across the keyboard. She even shut the stream down for one point, had to work to get it back up. It was a pretty quick fix, but so yeah. Even Winnie Boys called it. Karma's asleep at wifey if she is home. You are absolutely right. So Alex says, the more folks stay home, the quicker we can go back to something more normal-ish. Yeah, I like how normal-ish. The longer we do this, the more what we consider the status quo or normal is going to have a dynamic shift. It's going to, right? And I think that any society would take lessons learned from that. We're seeing a lot of things here. And again, my personal opinion, I'm not an expert in any of this. But what are a couple of things we've learned here? The folks that are fighting to make more than minimum wage are essential, and we can't live without them busting their ass every day. So even my personal opinion has changed a little. I don't mind sharing this, but a lot of folks that, and I'm not degrading anybody, right? I'm looking at this from just a numbers, dollars and cents perspective, value versus worth, hours, money per hour. But non-skilled labor, right? And I'm saying this respectfully, so don't hate me for saying this. But like a shelf stalker, right? We consider that a non-skilled labor. So before this, I didn't have a negative opinion of anybody that did it. But I'm like, well, I can see there's, value of their time based on experience and what they're doing. And now with this, they're essential. We can't survive without those folks. I now have a different perspective on what their value is per hour than I did before this. So not that I never disrespected them, but I believe their value, the way I perceive it anyway, has increased. So I'm not saying we need to set a national minimum wage to 15 or 20 bucks an hour, but I do believe that they are worth more money than what they're making now, and rightly so. COVID-19 has proved that, or has proved that, in my opinion, to everybody. Fair enough, right? And if you have a differing opinion, please, we can absolutely talk about that. But also, how many people are working from home full time now that weren't necessarily doing it before? I think that will change the dynamic of business going forward. Again, where I'm a teleworker, I've been a teleworker for years. More people in my silo, the company I work for, are working from home full time, and business is still getting done. We are still operating efficiently. We're handling our business. Is there a justifiable need to collocate everybody, or can we, if we can stay productive through this, week over week, do we need to return to the office? And then what are the net impacts of that, right? That's going to cause a huge ripple effect, as we go down, right? So there's a lot of things that are going to come from that. So new normal-ish, yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of changes. And again, my personal opinion, I am not an expert. I don't want anybody saying, well, Ray said this is facts. Like, no, please, this is just one dude talking to their friends. My personal opinion. So, and if somebody disagrees, that's fine. I'll still be your friend. I'll still be nice to you. I don't understand why people get so divided over differing opinions. I personally am not like that. Somebody can look me in the face and just completely disagree with everything I'm saying. So long as you're friendly and kosher, I'm fine. Just don't get mad and hate me because we don't see necessarily eye to eye. If we all had the same opinion, nothing would get done. You have to have an opposing view to some degree to find a solution and drive forward, right? There's no growth without discomfort. You have to have an uncomfortable or conflict to promote growth, right? Sometimes it's just a difference of opinions. You find a middle ground and you grow and expand, right? Yeah. So anyway, again, my personal opinions. Infinity Lux says, thank you for responding. I like your opinion. Do you collect stuffed animals? That's fun. And I don't want to say I collect stuffed animals. I have a handful, right? And I have this. I call it my emotional support cheeseburger. And it's not. I don't really. I support myself when I sit at my desk like this a lot. So it supports me, not emotionally, but just for me, it's fun. But I got this at Dave and Buster's. So same thing with I talk about my no drama llama. I found this at Dave and Buster's. We take Dawn there about once a month, and we go on Wednesdays when it's half price night. And we rarely use our tickets that you win when you play little games. I have a Dave and Buster's card. I've had one for years. I've got like 33 or 34,000 tickets on it. And on occasion, I'll see something that I think is a great idea or fun to get at the time. I'm like, oh, that's a massive cheeseburger. I need that. And then I bring it home and I'm like, what the hell am I going to do with this big cheeseburger? So I put it somewhere. Like I have it. Normally it sits on the end of my desk there next to my little Leonardo. And the same thing with the llama. Like this, I found at the Disney store in Times Square last year. I went in there to get toys for Dawn. Dawn has a shit ton, pardon my language, of stuffed animals. She's probably got 75 or 80 in her room. But I went in there, I wanted to get her some Disney toys, and I saw Hey Hey, and I'm like, I really like Hey Hey. So I picked this up for myself at the Disney store in Times Square last year. And so for me, I've got like a little Pac-Man thing up there. Pac-Man was a huge part of my childhood. So I have a soft spot in my heart for Miss Pac-Man. So both of those even came from Dave and Buster's. So long story short, yes, I've got a handful. I've probably got a half a dozen or so, but I wouldn't consider myself a collector. They're just fun little things to have here and there. So without a doubt, hello, without a doubt. How you doing? And I'm glad I have Hey Hey because this turned into my little hello chicken. So I hope nobody ever gets offended by this. Somebody pops in and says hi. I'm like, hey, hey, woo, thank you for being here. I appreciate you tuning in. Little random chicken action going on here. Justice Sook, can you show us the cat? So I would love to do that. This time of night, Karma Kitty is in bed with Wifey. I've talked about this, more than once, and you may have missed it, honey. So no worries. I don't mind saying it again. But every night when Wifey goes to bed, so does Karma. So, and Karma is very adamant about wifey going to bed on a schedule. She gets very upset when wifey doesn't go to bed at 8:30. She lets everybody know about it. Man, and she literally sleeps under the covers with wifey. It's the cutest thing. But once wifey goes to bed, so is the kitty cat, and we don't see her until the morning. So let's see here. The story of race is there are so many things happening online now that weren't before. That means a lot better access for disabled, homebound folks. I hope that doesn't go back to normal after it disappears. Right? So yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of fundamental shifts that we're going to see change, and hopefully for the better. Like I said, there's a lot of lessons learned here. We're gonna have a lot of takeaways and action items. And I know I'm using corporate buzzwords. That's a part of my daily life. But there are definitely a lot of things we can learn from this. There's a lot of things we can do better, and I think we're potentially moving in the right direction. But if I'm going to be real, we have a long way to go, right? So yeah, just to be real about it. And there's a lot of folks that need additional help. They do. I've said this before. Me personally, I think the $1,200 per person stimulus is kind of a slap in the face. Again, my personal opinion, it's like we're being given our own money back. The stimulus is paid out of taxpayer dollars. They're just giving more money back to the people that paid it in anyway. And we've been on lockdown for 5 weeks. What can you do with $1,200 over a 5-week period? And they're talking about, depending on where you're at, being extended a lockdown until July or August. What's $1,200 going to do over the course of 5 months? We're talking $200 or less per month. That's some people's cable bill. Congratulations, federal government. You bought me CNN and Disney Junior and History Channel with my stimulus pack. That's it. That's all they're paying for. So I don't think it's a big help for a lot of people that genuinely need it. Again, this is my 2 cents. So, but yeah. So Alex, like a lot of the stuff stores are doing now, like curbside service, the pet supply store, they've been doing that for 18 years. Yeah, retail sales is going to change a lot. And in my opinion, it's going to have a lot of changes. Delivery service has already been booming anyway. We see Uber Eats, we see DoorDash, we see a number of other services that are out there. I think this is just going to take that to the next level. We're going to get Americans, we're lazy. I'll just say it, I'm lazy. If I can get somebody to deliver something to me, I'll pay the extra $4 and have it delivered to save me the time and effort. Just being real. And I think this COVID stuff is going to continue to push that, right? To some degree, we're going to get comfortable being at home and having other people work to bring us everything, right? So maybe that's a negative potential impact. It's going to be good for the economy. People are going to be paying more to have these services. But is it really good for us as in the human psyche to just stay at home and have everything done for us, right? So I think we've got to find a balance in that. But I can see just business things going and shifting to that. And anybody tuning in, people are going to be like, who the hell is this overweight dude with a backwards Dallas Cowboys hat on talking about this stuff? Why should I listen to him? If I'm going to be real, you shouldn't. I mean, this is just me and giving my opinion. So take it for what it's worth. Now, like I said, I don't put any weight on it. I don't expect anybody to agree with me or see it my way. But the questions were asked, I'm doing my best to answer those as candidly and as politically correct as possible. So, and Teresa says, I love stuffed animals. I have a buttload of them. Don't have to be a kid to love them. And I agree. If you can find it, if it makes you happy, have it. Every once in a while having a little stuffed animal is like, why not? It makes me happy. I love to say hey to everybody on the channel. It's like, I hope it doesn't annoy anybody, but I find entertainment value in that. And so I'd love to do it. And Lily Francis here says, hey, Ray, Moana. So hey, back to you, Lily. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you being here. Get a little extra hey going on. Little random chicken. Doesn't he look good on this camera? I mean, that just brings out the white in his eyes. Do you like being on camera, hey? Are you even listening to me? Okay. Do you like being on camera? Do you like saying hi to everybody, dude? Do you like that? Okay. I'm glad you do, buddy. I'm a terrible puppeteer. But hey, I try. I'm having fun. Is what it is, right? So I love Chevy. Oh, I love Chewy and Walmart who deliver straight to my door. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, they're great services, and I'm glad that we have those things in place. And this is definitely a time that I'm glad that we have that infrastructure. But I could totally see that being expanded upon and becoming part of that new normal-ish we were talking about just a little bit ago. So without a doubt says my old man just recovered from the virus, was sick for 3 weeks, went back to work Monday. Hope he didn't get sick again. Wow. Well, huge deal right there. A recovery story. We know what happens. We know what happens. But I love to see those stories, right? That at least me, that gives me hope. And I'm not trying to make this take a downward twist here, but all we hear about in the news, or for the most part, is bad, right? We hear about the bad. That's what drives ratings. That's what gets people to watch. For me, that's a good news story. So thank God your husband recovered. Thank you for sharing that, and hopefully this provides other people some motivation to stay positive and to keep them what they have to stay at home, because we do see people recovering, right? So thank you so much. I wish you and your husband the best in his recovery, and we certainly, thoughts and prayers for him and y'all that he stays healthy after getting back into the workforce. Look up his cheeseburger by VeggieTales. Oh man, the cheeseburger song by the VeggieTales. I'm tempted. Oh my goodness. Oh, I want to, but I don't want to. I get embarrassed. You guys don't even realize. I don't get embarrassed, but sometimes if I'm put on the spot, I do. So he said to her, "I'd like a cheeseburger, and I think I'd like a milkshake as well." She said to him, "I can't give you either." But he said, "Isn't this Burger Bell?" She said, "Yes, it is, but we're closed now. But we open tomorrow at 10. He said, "I am incredibly hungry, but I think I could wait until then. Because you're his cheeseburger, his precious cheeseburger." Oh, yeah, I know the song. I'll stop. I don't want to make y'all suffer through that anymore. But yes, love that song by the VeggieTales. So thank you for bringing that up. That made me happy. Hopefully I didn't break anybody's eardrums by that. I don't think I'm a great singer by any means, but I'll make a joyful noise. So let's see here. I hope I'm saying this right. Daru Fadaki says, "Hi. Hey, my dude. How you doing? Thanks for tuning in, man." And he says, "Play Call of Duty." I used to be a big COD fan. Back in Modern Warfare 3, I was with the clan of guys. I was in a clan with a group of dudes from Halo 3, and we both played Modern Warfare 3 a lot at the same time. Got into Black Ops 2, and so yeah, I played a ton of Call of Duty in my day. I rarely turn on my Xbox anymore because of the social media stuff. I've got YouTube channels, 2 YouTube channels. I co-host a podcast. Of course, I have a day job and I have a family, so that really limits my video game time. On occasion, I'll carve out, a couple hours, maybe 3 hours a month to turn it on and play a game. But no more than I play now. I get straight pwned. I just get dominated because, I don't get to play too much now. So, but thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Goodness, excuse me. So without a doubt says, "Thank you." Well, honey, you are certainly welcome. Alex says, "I love silly songs with Larry." I know, right? They're so entertaining. They're so catchy. And Dawn, she likes them. She's not the biggest fan of VeggieTales. I mean, they're kind of, out of the mainstream at this point, but she's aware. She likes some of their little silly songs. And I'm almost 40 and I still like them. So I don't see anything wrong with that. Not a thing at all. But folks, I tell you what, we've been going at this for just over an hour now. And it doesn't feel like an hour. I feel like we just started the stream here. So thank you all so much for tuning in. I appreciate you guys being here. I'm going to plug my other channel again. It's 7 days old at this point. I just put a link in the comment section down there. If you haven't already, please visit the YouTube channel that we create. It's called Everyone Eats. Anybody that knows me knows I love food. I love to cook, and I make videos. So it just made sense to me to start making some cooking videos. I have no culinary training other than working at Sonic in high school. It's all stuff I make at home. I partner with my friend Chris, who runs the Rand's Rants page on Facebook. He's also a foodie. And so we're a collaborative effort from us, just trying to do something we're passionate about, making videos and cooking. So hopefully it's something y'all enjoy. If you like the content, please share it. Be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you get a pop-up every time we post a new recipe video. So thank you guys so much for hanging out here with me. Y'all keep me motivated, getting me going. The last 2 nights, the random night owl stream has been fantastic. It keeps me motivated, keeps my brain running. So I appreciate y'all. I'm not going to drone on and on, but thank you so much for being here. Have a great night. Stay safe. And I will see you at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time tomorrow for another edition of Self-Quarantine Live Stream. So again, guys, good night. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. See you soon. Bye-bye. Woo! Yay.